This is way I'm sorry. This just ate that entire mud pit for breakfast. Welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and in this video, we're going to be having a showdown between the new Bronco and a fully built Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. That is a JL Rubicon. Now, if you want any info at all on the mods used in this video, all of that information will be in the description box down below. So make sure that if you're looking for information about these mods, please reference the description, because there will be important links down there related to where you can find all of these mods. Now, without any further ado, the way we are going to conduct this challenge is we're going to have the Rubicon go through an obstacle first, and then we're going to see if the Bronco can keep up with it, and if it can also take a similar line. So without any further ado, let's fire up the Rubicon and see what it can do. Did I mention, by the way, that this Rubicon is V8 swapped? If you didn't know that before, you definitely know that now. Alright, let's go ahead and get on it. I should also mention right here at the top that this is not a fully built vehicle in terms of, you know, engine power and stuff like that. It's actually running a mid-power setup with an off-road transmission. Now, our first obstacle is going to be basically a frame-twisting rock crawl course. This is going to put every aspect of flex through its paces. Come on. Oh my god, and literally right off the bat, we are already fully articulating the suspension. Come on. Bring it back on down. Let's go. And around. God, I am so glad that my tires are the widest part of my Jeep, because if they weren't, oh my god, I would not have any body panels left. Like, literally none. Dude, these are 41-inch tires, and they are absolutely stuffed into the fenders making their way through here. But still, we don't really have any body damage to speak of whatsoever. I love this course as well. This course is great for testing out whether you're testing out the flex or whether you're testing out, you know, just overall, like, articulation, or honestly, even how close your wheels and tires will clearance the body. A little bit of a mud section. Now, this last part is tricky because obviously it's really slick and slippery with mud, but there's also a bunch of logs here that make things extra challenging. But this thing, you put it in high, and it just rips right through it. Not bad at all. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go grab the Bronco, and we're going to see if it has just as much ease making its way through that same set of obstacles. Now, obviously, this Bronco is nowhere near as tall, nowhere near as wide, and the tires are not quite as large. The tires on the Jeep are a 41. These are, I believe, a 38 or a 39. So what we're going to do is we're going to line it up just like we did in the Wrangler, and now we're going to go ahead and carry on into the obstacle. Now, the good thing... Oh, dude! Hey, it might not have as much flex as the Jeep, but it's still got a lot. We're definitely putting those rock sliders to use, that's for sure. Now, the thing about this that makes it interesting is that the Bronco, while it is not as wide or as tall as the Jeep, it's also a little bit more compact, and so you can kind of fit in between obstacles a little bit better than the Jeep did. And what's kind of nice about it is that it doesn't really seem like it's all that stressed coming through here at all because of its size. Now, granted, if it was real life, we definitely would have put the rock sliders to use a couple of times, but really that's par for the course when you're rock crawling. Oh boy. Now let's see if I can keep it in high through this. Oh no! I got the front axle caught on something. It was weird because it felt like it was going to go. It felt like it had just enough give to go, and then it dug in on something and was just like, nope, you're stopping, and you're stopping right here. Gonna go ahead and lock the diffs for the moment because I feel like our front being unlocked, or actually front and rear being unlocked, is kind of causing us some problems. Could we, like... There we go. Come on. There we go. Oh my god, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There it is. Now just keep the momentum up. It's a little bit easier to keep your momentum up in sections like this when you kind of angle your vehicle diagonally. And I was trying to do that, but I didn't really have all the space in the world to do it. So let's go ahead and repair and refuel, and now we're going to switch over to the Jeep. So let's go ahead and fire the Jeep back up and make our way out to a trail. It sounds so good. Like, this thing is definitely one of the best sounding Jeeps I've ever heard. Now, granted, obviously it's engine swapped. It's got a V8 in it. It's not, you know, it's not running the stock V6, but still. But then again, I mean, Jeeps of the JL generation, you could have a V6, you could have a 4-cylinder, you could have a turbo diesel, you could have kind of whatever you wanted. You know, there is a mud pit right there in front of us, and it's on the way to the trail we're going to. I think we're going to send it. Come on! Yeet and go! Oh my god, I mean, you just got to feather the throttle a little bit, but, oh, never mind. Yep, if you, if you stay in high in here for too long, it will completely just sink. But that's, I mean, that's to be expected, frankly. Gonna try to get a little bit more traction. All right, full set. Let's see if we can go back into high again. Oh, there we go. We were able to maintain high the second time. I think it was probably all down to line choice. Now, we're not gonna take this right, but rather this right. This right is, well, let's just say it's a lot more intense than the other right. Let's go! Oh, actually, that right there is already properly challenging for this Jeep's wheelbase because it's, like, perfectly spaced to make it harder. Now, granted, I'm sure that was the purpose of, like, you know, setting it up the way they did, but, oh, gonna have to bounce it. Come on! Well, we bounced most of it. But here's the thing, you can only do that for so long. I don't think it's gonna matter that we let it back down a little bit. All right, there we go. Put it back into automatic. And let's see if we can kind of cruise through most of these obstacles. Up and over the rocks, a little iffy to the side. It started leaning a little bit more than I was comfy with. There we go, there we go, there we go. Ooh, dropping back down. Big dip coming back down, actually. A lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Bring it around the side of the rock and just ease it on through. Honestly, I've got to say, I'm genuinely impressed. Like, I am properly impressed by this thing. There it goes, just walking itself up and over. That suspension is really putting in some work. I know we've got some body damage, but don't worry about that. We'll fix it later. Do not lift going up that hill. Wow, and if you watch the way the suspension performs over those logs, dude, it's like so freaking smooth. Up and over, trying to find a way I can kind of like squeeze both in and around these rocks. Come on. And there we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Not a single rollover yet, though. Now that I've said that, I gotta be extra careful, but, you know, it's fine. Don't worry about that. We're getting close to the final hill. Come on. Up and over it goes. Don't catch the sliders. If we catch the sliders, it'll be a bad time. I cannot wait to attempt this in the Bronco. The Bronco is gonna be a very interesting ride through here. Come on. All right, let's go. A little bit of damage. I'm trying to kind of moderately rock bounce this. I know I'm kind of going a little bit faster than you realistically would, but still, full send! Ow! Still, though, got that suspension putting in work! All right, go, 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 last bit! Last bit! I'm gonna throw it in high and just give it the beans! Oh no! I ran out of beans! A section like this is where you really need the momentum, because it is so steep. Find your way up the last part, and boom! Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, now it's time to go get the Bronco and see if the Bronco can keep up on that course, because that course is absolutely nasty. And I mean, it is, like, absolutely nuts. Now, one thing I do want to say, though, is that we will definitely be attempting the mud pit in this thing. We can't just drive right past it. I mean, I suppose we could, but why would you want to? A little Scandinavian flick. Well, I don't know if it actually worked. It's kind of like, it was kind of all over the place. I don't know if it actually worked, but, oh boy. And jumping it in. Wow, that was insanely smooth. What even is... this is way fast. I'm sorry. This just ate that entire mud pit for breakfast. Wow, this demolished the Jeep's performance in the mud pit. What the heck? Okay, oh! I am speechless. Not only at what it did in the mud pit, but what it just did climbing up that hill. Okay, this thing way outdid what I thought it was gonna do. That was not in any way, shape, or form how I thought this was going to go. I thought it was going to get stuck. I thought it was going to sink. I thought it was going to do all these different things that the Jeep struggled with, but no. Now, granted, the Jeep has its own strengths, too, but this has just been freaking cruising so far. I'm genuinely impressed. Like, I'm honestly, like, so impressed that, like, I'm way more impressed than I expected to be. That's for dang sure. This little Bronco shreds. And it might not be as dramatic as the Jeep, it might not be as huge, the tires might not be as big, but God, like that, it just goes to show that sheer tire size and suspension height and suspension travel aren't necessarily like everything all the time, you know? There's a lot more to a vehicle's capability than that. I mean, look how far down this trail we already are. I can already see the final hill. This is not even funny, it's blowing the Jeep out of the water. Here we go. And that's not to say that if you like the Jeep more, that's not to say that like, you're wrong for liking the Jeep more. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, in some situations, I would prefer to have the Jeep over the Bronco. Although, there are definitely other situations where I'd be totally down to have the Bronco. I mean, it really is down to whatever you prefer. And clearly, the performance shows that. Come on, almost there. Whoa, easy. Easy. The wheelbase on this thing is great, too, because it seems like it's very well suited for this trail. Don't mind me just going around the side of that one. I don't know why I chose to take that line. I was like, we're gonna just go around that one. Probably because I figured I would get high-centered if I drove on top of it. Dude, all of this low-plus driving has just been the simplest cruise ever. Let's put it in automatic mode. Now, the only problem with putting it in automatic mode is this thing has engageable lockers and not lockers that are on all the time, which means the lockers cannot be on when you're in automatic or in high, which definitely takes away a bit of performance, but not as much as you might think. Oh, do we have the torque to keep it in high for this? Oh, no! Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get a run at that. What? Whoa! We did that in high. The Jeep wasn't able to do that. Holy smokes. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know which rig you would take wheeling in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to see more videos like this one, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on. And I will see y'all next time.